welcome back to somebody you underestimate and to an edition of AEW Dynamite Out 10. After a few stellar performances, Carl Fletcher received a challenge to Kenny Omega for a big match. We also heard from Adam Copeland regarding his feud with Christian Cage. Speaking of Wayne, Jim Ross sat down with him, and we got a big announcement from Sting as well. But we started things off with a banger match, which was Penta versus Jay White. Abrahantes was with him, but he was outnumbered by Juice Robinson at the guns. Penta took out everyone in Bullet Club Gold except White with a huge dive over the top rope before they even got to the ring, but they still managed to take Switchblade down and bring him into the ring to start the match with a flying double stomp and a quick 2. Once White was able to regain his composure, he slowed the pace down a bit and worked on grounding the high flyer. The former IWGP World Champion was the one who took the low road on more than one occasion, but he was also dishing out a lot of punishment that fell well within the rules. These are two guys who have been in multiple match of the year candidates, so even if they were only putting on half their performance, it's still going to look good. Having BCG interfere in every match in the group has established them as a top heel still in AEW. The Don Callis family, but it also can get a little repetitive. Whenever any member of the faction gets a clean win, it makes them just a little bit more dangerous. Predictably, Bullet Club Gold involved and caused Penta to lose here. It's a lot of fun, but it's kind of obvious before it started. But yeah, we were always going to get a great match here, so I'm not going to complain at all. 7 out of 10 from me. Then got a women's match surprisingly early in the show with Hikaru Shida versus Semi Sakura, but White gave a promo about his feud with MJF until Robinson talked about wants to win the Dynamite ring. MJF responded in the backstage interview before it was that time for the Eliminator. Teacher versus the student. They knew there was a little added pressure due to AEW showing a special video to highlight their history, but both knew exactly how good they are, so this was no doubt would be a great contest. Sakura has been featured more in AEW and ROH recently, which is because she's a veteran who has a lot of legitimacy to the roster, but she's also willing to put other people over as she's a team player. She just scored the victory with her finisher and celebrating in front of the happy crowd. So I think, it's kind of like the first match, to be honest. It was always going to be a great match between two real stars. Studio was always going to get the win, but you can't complain. You know what we're going to get, and it was good stuff. And before Wardlow faced Ryan Evans and hit one powerbomb before they're all called the bell match off, Tony Schiavone then talked to the Wardy, but he just showed the wrist tape and said MJF then walked away, pushing the interviewer down as he left, which was really good. Wardlow coming across as a beast, and the match with MJF, I think it's what we all wanted. And it's interesting dynamic with MJF more playing a face, Wardlow heel. So interesting stuff. But after a break, Don Callis came out with Hobbs and Takeshita talking about Jericho. They brought up Omega, but Carl Fletcher ran down to the ring and took the mic from him. He said he took the match with Omega as a favour to Ospreay, but he didn't want any of them showing up when he fights Omega. Callis then shook his hand and joined the commentary team to watch from the stage. Omega made his way out and was attacked by Fletcher before the bell as the action got underway. The former world champion gave the 24-year-old star a lot by selling his offense and allowing him to dictate the pace. Fletcher has been a standout performer in recent months, and this bout allowed him to show everyone the hype is fully justified. And after a fantastic back and forth, Omega scored the one-winged angel. Callis immediately went from praising Fletcher to insulting him as soon as he lost, which is interesting and kind of could lead to questions of where it all goes. But I thought this was great. I think it's kind of like all the others where we know he's going to win, but I think the loser also gained a lot from it. Carl Fletcher's great, really is the star of the future. So I thought this all worked really nicely. 7 out of 10 from me. Lance Archer then beat the life out of some random who I thought was Nick Jackson for a second, but it wasn't before. But good to see him back on TV. But just a bit more with him, please. But Sting came out to talk about the crowd and his career. He said his retirement in 2015 never sat right with him, so he wants to finish on his own time. The Icon brought out the word retirement again, and the crowd booed the idea of hanging out the boots. The 64-year-old said he would be winding down his career and declared Revolution in spring would be his final match. The crowd gave him a standing ovation as he walked out the ramp. Such a shame to go and go, but what a legend, what an icon, what a career, still got a few more months to enjoy him yet, but this was great. Got to love Sting, we got an interview with the Waynes and Nick was tailing on Darby Allin. There's a massive brawl. Nick Wayne broke one of his teeth, which I thought was quite hideous for the way he was on it and stuff like that, so that was good. Before it's time for Dynamite Dollars and Battle Royal for a shot at MJF's Diamond Ring. The standout participants were Juice Robinson and Max Cassidy, both of them in storylines with MJF, but also had the likes of Jeff Hardy, Matt, Dustin Rhodes and Garcia. Most eliminations as usual were Battle Royal spots, but one that stood out was Hardy being thrown out of the ring because Garcia's victory dance was interrupted and made the crowd boo. The first 3 men in the ring were Garcia, Robinson, Caster and Robinson. Garcia went out first and Danny Magic was right there to rub it in his face. Juice was able to score the win and White was able to prevent MJF from getting the Triple B World title back. This was fine, but the Battle Royal didn't stand out much on its own. It kind of, with a few good matches on the card, it didn't really stand out at all. But, I think it got the right winner, interesting storylines along, and right winner will lead to something down the line, and that's going to be a great match next week. So, you can't complain. And overall, AEW Dynamite gets 7 out of 10 from me. I thought, this was just a consistently really, really good, good show, really. I think from start to finish, yeah, some quality matches. You always knew who was going to get the win, most of it, but I think, the action in the ring was just good stuff. But anyway, guys, that's it really. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, next also for daily wrestling news and content channels, going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.